Yeah, let's go. Shout out the mountain and fish. I got Iggy and Woods doing right for the culture. If you just here for the views and the likes and just put out the mic, you a vulture. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch.
It's your boy Iggy.
It's your boy Woods.
You are now tuned into another episode of Hip Hop Who's Podcast. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Listen, man, I want to thank everybody who's been supporting. Keep those subs going up. Follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok. We're everywhere. Shout out Distant Cousins Title League.
Come on, man.
Let's
iPhone
go.
emoji fingers. Android, step your emojis up, baby. Because I'm getting calls, man, from my Android supporters, man. Like, yo, emoji fingers all day, Title League. Love.
And shout out promo guys, man. You know, the merch is always on point.
Always on point,
Always
baby.
on point. Shout out my boy Big J.
You know what I mean?
Listen, man. So much happened
Wow.
within a week. It's crazy.
It's a beautiful thing,
so
man.
crazy how so much could happen in 1 week.
Yeah.
First, I gotta shout out the guy, you know, our guy, brother, Mike George.
Yes.
One of Malton's finest. You know, he's now part of Clutch.
Yes,
You
it's
know,
huge.
they're One Legacy and Clutch, they are merging, they're joining forces.
Ooh, that's scary.
And now I see a lot of their guys, like, you know, Eugene, you know, said, welcome to Clutch. What does this mean? What does this mean for the basketball space in Toronto, man?
You see how we shake up shit?
Yeah.
See how we shake up shit with our
definitely do.
little rankings and who's top from whatever area?
Yes, sir.
Holy. This is huge.
That's big.
And it's a beautiful opportunity for our guys, our younger generation, just to go that much harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knowing that one of ours is teamed up with, and I felt like, you know what I mean? One Legacy already was an entity in itself.
They were doing their thing.
You know what I'm saying?
They're doing their thing.
To merge with the infamous Clutch.
One of the biggest in the game.
Oh my goodness.
Let's keep it a
That's
buck.
great for Canada basketball, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In regards to just another pathway.
Yeah.
yo,
More
you guys gotta put
opportunities for the kids.
Everybody got to put in that work.
Yeah.
Let's go.
More
Put in that
opportunity
work.
for the kids, man. So we got to shout out Mike George, man.
Salute.
You know, one of Malton's finest. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
But we got to get into it, man. We had Beals, Molly Sways was last week.
Yeah.
You know, we got to play Song of the Week.
Song of the week. Let's get it.
Song of the Week.
Let's get it.
We got Lowercase.
Yes.
You know what I mean? His song he just dropped, Modesty Freestyle. Lowercase, man. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Praise be to your lower self.
I hope my modesty don't make you think I don't know who I am. Was down bad, now I'm all in my jam. Spoiling everything, how can niggas think they would be in my class? A, B, and C doesn't give you a pass. And your music is ass. Do this shit for the love, but I need me some cash. Get the mask, bully niggas for a nice light bag. R.I.P. the twins, G. You know it's Lowercase from the east. I was up in the streets, panhandle.
Come on. Lowercase from the east.
Lowercase.
Come on.
Yo, shout out Lowercase, man. Follow my Instagram, Lowercase. Listen, Modesty Freestyle out now. Check him out, Lowercase. Yo, what you think, man?
Beat was thorough. You know what I mean?
They said he's up next.
Yo, I could see that. I could feel
Right.
that. Control Alt Delete. But you know what I mean? I feel like that's a track. That's a track like, you know, you're on your grind.
Right.
You're on your grind. You're hustling out here, and I could just hear that as my theme song right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, right.
yeah, man. I liked it. You know, beat
No,
was
definitely.
thorough. Yo, he's lyrical.
Yes, for
You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
You know, I seen him. He sent his music in to us, and I was taking it in. You know, Toronto rappers. You know, that Instagram page. Shout out to those boys over
Toronto
there, man.
rappers,
You know,
the
they're-
real MVP.
Yeah, they're sick
Let's
with
go.
it. And they featured him, and by then he already submitted his song to us, and I was just taking it in. I was like, yo, this dude right here. They were like, yo, Lowercase is up next. I rock with it. I rock with it, man. So
I rock with it too.
shout out Lowercase, man.
Let's go, man.
Song of the week, Modesty Freestyle, out now. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Listen, NBA.
Yes.
It's winding down. Today was the last day for the games.
Shout out my Raptors. We took another loss.
Oh, well.
But you know what?
We ain't thinking
We
about the Raptors,
we
man.
rebuilding, man. It's a reset right now. You know what
But
I mean?
the East is already established. Let's talk about the West, because the West is
East
a dog
already
fight,
established.
and a lot could change
Yes.
within 2 days.
Yeah.
Like all games are final today. This is the last game. Play-in starts Wednesday. Playoffs start Saturday.
Right.
So we're talking about in the West.
Yes.
We got Denver, 1-3.
Minnesota, Denver Thunder. Like,
Yes.
it's gonna be a wrap today. We're gonna find out who's where. You know what I mean? And I hope with the standings, like let's just say if the Thunder finish at the number 1 spot, hopefully that solidifies, Shai's MVP. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see that.
You know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
who they playing today? I think they're playing.
I know Minnesota plays the Suns.
And I think Thunder's playing the Mavericks right now as we speak.
And they're winning?
I believe so. I remember they were up in the first. They're 41-82.
And Denver plays who Denver play today? Denver, so they're gonna win.
That's a win.
Yeah, they're gonna win that.
So if Thunder wins and Denver wins, Minnesota's losing right now, right? So
it's a lot could happen
man.
within this game. Now you got the 6 and the 7, where the Pelicans and the Suns. The Pelicans are playing the Lakers. They're losing right now.
Yeah.
And Suns are playing Minnesota and they're winning right now.
They're winning right now.
So
Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go OKC, man.
okay, so
Come on now.
again, like you said, could this potentially help Shai's MVP?
I hope it does. I know in the race they have the Joker leading.
Number 1, but it was like a standstill.
Yeah.
Shai's was still going up.
Still going up though.
Yeah.
Yeah, But
So-
I've been hearing a lot about Luka.
Luka's there, man.
And the
Luka's there.
Joker, really, Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out Luka, like, dang.
Oh, he's hooping.
He's hooping.
For them to finally click and get that team
Mhm.
to like the 5th seed is
Yeah,
sick.
that's
But,
phenomenal.
Then we got LA, we got the Kings, we got the Warriors. They're all playing for the play-in
Yeah.
position. Warriors, Golden State, Draymond, and they shout out Curry and Draymond today.
Yeah.
So I think they just said like wherever we land, where we land.
Right.
Like let's just
They already
whatever.
put in the white flag for that.
And then you got the Kings. The Kings are playing horrible, man. They were beating the Suns, and they allowed the Suns to come back and beat them on Friday.
Right.
So like the
Mhm.
Kings are playing awful basketball. I didn't think Malik Monk's, his impact could be like, why are you guys losing like this? That 15 points off the bench is
They
like
helping
crucial.
right now,
like
man. They ain't playing no D, man. Where's the D? Control Alt Delete, man.
Yeah.
But where is that D, man?
And then
Come
you got the
on,
Lakers.
Skins.
They're playing the Pelicans. They're up right now. So
Okay.
today means a lot as
Big,
far as
man.
basketball.
NBA
So much-
basketball is beautiful
This is in the
right
West.
now. This
The
is
East
it
is
right here.
already shaped up, but the West is so interesting because even from the top to the bottom, things can change.
Right.
Things can change. So, let's see what happens after today, man. I'm very curious to see, man. So
I mean,
let's get it. But let's talk about awards. I want to do some predictions with awards, and I want to talk about MVP. I'm assuming we have the same MVP.
I'm going with Shai.
I'm going with Shai as well. I think Shai should be MVP. 30 points, 5.6 rebounds, 6.2 assists, shooting 53% from the field.
And 2.0 steals, man. Like
And
2 steals a
I
game,
think he
man.
leads the league in steals, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going with Shai for MVP,
Yeah.
especially if he gets this East. Like if he gets his team to the number 1 seed,
In the West? For
Like,
sure.
we're talking about he's gonna be 57-25.
Right.
I want to believe. So like
With no other All-Star.
with no other All-Star and young boys.
Right. Just
like-
a bunch of young boys, man.
Like
doing
we're
it.
talking about, he doesn't have the vets like what's his name, like Aaron Gordon.
Right.
Like those are serious vets
Yeah.
that team has. Then Denver Nuggets. So I want to tell, like, we got to look at this. Like this guy's doing with all young guys. I think when they put the average age for this OKC Thunder
Yeah.
compared to the UNC, like it's like
Yeah,
UNC's older.
Bottom line, that's crazy.
Like that is a college team is older than these guys.
Right.
So he's doing with all young guys. So I don't know, man. I gotta push him ahead of Joker and Luka. Luka is turning it on late, but I think it's just too late.
Too late.
So I'm going with Shai as well. Who you got for Rookie of the Year?
I got Victor, man.
Yeah, I
I'm being
got
Yana.
Victor. 21.
Come on now.
Pretty much 11 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and he's averaging 3.6 blocks.
I know that's crazy.
3.6. He's damn near averaging almost 4 blocks a game.
Right.
Like
Right.
that is insane. And if you look at his numbers and you compare his numbers to, say, LeBron James rookie year.
Yeah.
If you look at his numbers and LeBron James averaged 20.9, 5.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists,
Mhm.
1.6 steals, 0.7 blocks. He shot about 41% from the field goal, and he shot 29% from three. Victor's 21.4, 10.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.2 steals,
Yeah.
3.6 blocks, 46% from the field goal. So 46.5, and he shot 32.5 from three.
That's crazy.
32.5 from three.
At one point, him and Chet were going neck
They
and neck.
were.
You know
They
what I
were.
mean?
They were. But I
but-
think Chet just has so much. He has so much more to work with.
He does.
So
he does.
the ball's in Shai's hands
and
more.
Real talk, you know what I mean? You got to put this into consideration. Chet, this wasn't his draft class.
Yeah.
Last year was his draft class.
Yeah.
So just
I
being.
don't like that's kind of like Ben Simmons when he won Rookie of the
Right.
Year. I don't really like when they
You
do
know
it
what
like
I mean? He
that.
got a chance to practice, travel, get an idea of what the game is all
And that
about.
matters. That
does
matters.
matter a
People
lot.
will say, "Oh, no, you're practicing with pros every single day. You know
Yeah.
the system. You know the plays. You know how physical it's gonna be. So that definitely matters.
Right.
So I don't like it like that. I think if you're hurt your first year, I think you shouldn't be considered a rookie anyways. But
Right.
it doesn't matter. Victor Wemby is supposed to be rookie of the year. That's who I got.
Right.
Defensive player of the year. Who you got?
Well, I'm going with Victor again, man.
Bro, for you to 1.2 steals and then you're averaging like the
0.6
blocks is insane to me.
Right.
He's almost averaging pretty much 4 blocks a game.
Facts. That's crazy.
Like
You know
that's
what? He put me on notice. I didn't think he was gonna be this nice, man. And this
because
is
he was small, man.
and we're still just getting a sample size of
Yeah.
what he's really about. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So
and I don't want to hear the fact, oh well, Victor's 7, Bobo 7'8"
right,
too.
Right.
Don't matter.
right.
He ain't doing what Victor's doing. And
Right.
let's stop the comparison. It's
No,
not
we
a
still got to
comparison.
compare them a bit. Bobo,
No, man.
Bobo got something in him, bro. He even said it one time. I remember you were playing against each other, and you like the refs are, you know what I mean,
Nah.
glazing. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
He goes there
Bobo,
glazing right now,
Bobo,
man.
We love you,
Bobo's
Bobo,
ready.
but you are not on Victor's. It's just not. It's just like night and day, bro. Stop it.
Why you gotta
can't-
say night and day like that, fam? He dark, bro.
That's kind
Stop
of
that.
crazy.
That's foul, bro.
That's
That's foul, man.
That sounded kind of crazy.
That sounds real crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I got Victor for defensive player. Who you got for most improved?
My most improved is going to Jalen Williams, man, from OKC. You know, averaging like 19.2, 19 points a game, four assists a game, you know, 5 assists a game. No, 4 rebounds per game, 5 assists a game. Like, yeah, he's OKC, man. He's doing it.
Yeah, number 1
He's
seed.
doing it, man. Number 1 seed potentially. And he plays a major part to it.
He definitely does.
You know
And
what I mean?
he's been the sidekick and the guy who's been like second in command, I think, on that team.
Right.
Well, OKC. Like he gets busy.
He does get
He
busy,
gets
man.
busy. I seen him cook.
Yeah.
He cooks.
Yeah.
So no, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with Tyrese Maxey.
Right.
Tyrese Maxey, most improved. He averaged about 3 rebounds and about 4 assists last year.
Mm-hmm.
This year, 25, almost 26 a game, 3.7 rebounds, 6.2 assists.
Yeah.
So his numbers like increased. He just dropped a 50 ball last week.
Right.
Like I know his team is
And he held it down while Joel was out.
yeah, like there's only so much he could do as far as when his MVP candidate is not in the lineup.
Right.
Like we see what it looks like when he was in the lineup. Joel Embiid we're talking about, but I'm going with Tyrese Maxey for most improved.
So he made the All-Star team this year.
Yes, sir.
So if you make the All-Star team, you can still get MIP as well?
Well, I'm only looking at it is the improvements of the stats as far as from last year to this year.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. They might not give it to him, but that's just my pick.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the jump as far as the stats. Like
Yeah.
this guy's averaging almost 6 points more.
And that's another Kentucky product, right?
Yes, he's definitely a Kentucky guy, and he's averaging 3 more assists.
Right.
Like, and it just looks different. His confidence looks different. Everything looks different to me.
It's a problem, man.
He's definitely the second best player on that team. He took a major leap once James Harden left.
Right.
So I got to give it to him. But I'm 6th man. Who you got? You know who you already heard.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
I'm going.
I'm going with you, man. Malik Monk, man.
Malik Monk. What was his stats last year? 13.5, 2.6 rebounds, almost 4 assists. This year, 15.4.
Yep.
So 15 points, 2.9 rebounds, and he's averaging 5.1 assists.
Yeah.
So everything is up.
Everything's up, man.
Everything is up.
Except for their D. Control out delete. Sorry.
They're not looking to because they're in the play-in. But listen,
Right.
he's injured, so if he was dead, I think they would look a lot better. But that's who I got for sixth man of the year. That's my prediction. Coach of the year, who you got?
I'm going with Coach Dag, man. Mark. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Dag from OKC, man.
Oh, Mark Dang. I don't know. I got the same one. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name.
Dagnall?
Yeah,
Okay,
Coach Mark
Dagnall,
Dagnall.
man.
He's
OKC,
a young
man.
coach. They're 56-25. Probably 57-25 today.
Yeah.
First, probably. We gotta give this guy credit, man, from the major leap that they took from this last year to this year.
Yeah.
He's coaching a bunch of young guys.
Come on now.
Who's the vets on that team?
He's the vet. The whole management, the coaching staff, those
Right?
are the vets,
like,
right?
is Lou Dort the vet? Like, who's the vet on this team?
I think isn't Shai one of the oldest? I think he's like 25.
Right? Like,
Right?
so it's like they're doing it by committee. They're young. Listen, they're playing some amazing basketball. They're healthy. Yo, this team is gonna be a tough team to reckon with in the future.
And
And
another thing is OKC is one of the top 2 teams with who are top 8 in offense and defense.
see,
The other team is Boston Celtics.
Boston Celtics,
Right? So if OKC can afford all of them,
Right.
but money's always going to play a factor eventually.
Yeah, that messed up OKC last time
Right.
with when James Harden left.
They need to go on that luxury tax and just pay everybody, man.
If they can, man,
In an
they can,
ideal world.
they can
Ideal
be a
world.
team that can win a lot of championships for a long time. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But I want to talk about. So we always get messages of just we don't show Scarborough any love.
Come
So I
on,
want to
man.
show Scarborough some love today.
We got to show them some love, man.
No, we
And hold up. Since we're on that Scarborough wave, you know what I'm saying? I want to shout out all the Scarborough Hoopers, number one.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That help establish basketball in the East.
Right.
You understand? Like, before I knew of Durham basketball, it was Scarborough.
Right.
Growing up. You know what I mean? And I definitely got to shout out the Scarborough Knights, one of the
Yes.
grassroots organizations
Yep.
that was holding it down from when I
Scarborough
was a
Knights,
kid.
Scarborough Blues. Yeah, yeah.
Scarborough Blues has always been around, I guess. But I
Mhm.
mean, for the hood man, them,
Scarborough Knights.
Scarborough Knights. You know what I
That
mean?
was my introduction to Dwayne Cross, Mr. Scottie
Ooh,
Pippen.
Fox, Zave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, man. You know what I mean? So I gotta send a heartfelt shout out to y'all, man. You know what I mean?
This is coming from another Scarborough guy. He's from
No.
Scarborough
You
originally.
know what I mean?
So,
Originally,
Yeah.
Morningside, you know what it is, man.
yeah.
But then I moved to Finch, and then the rest was history. You know what I mean?
You should be representing y'all, to be honest, but it's all good, man. But
You know what I
shout out to
mean?
those guys, man. Those were some of the original, rep teams.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Scarborough, and then you got the Knights.
Oh, Coach Mike, I forgot. Coach Mike, Scarborough Knights. You know who you are, baby. Salute.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the question right here?
I want to know your top 5 Scarborough players of all time. I want to hear from people in the comments. Talk to us. Top 5 players, and I will go. Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
So mine is Chris Exelis.
Yes.
I got Nikhil Alexander-Walker. I got Rowan Barrett. I got Greg Francis, and I got Jamal McGlure. Those are my top 5. So again, Chris Exelis, Nikhil Alexander-Walker. I got Rowan Barrett, Greg Francis, and Jamal McGlure.
Okay.
That's my top 5 players from Scarborough.
All right. I'm going to go with Jamal McGlure,
Mm-hmm.
Javon Shepard, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Dwayne Cross,
Tough.
and Xavier Rathan Mays.
That's tough.
That's
That's
me
tough.
right there.
I want to know who is your top 5 players coming out of Scarborough. Listen, man, Scarborough love. Let's
Come on,
get
man.
it.
We stirring some shit up, baby.
Let's get
Let's
it.
go.
Let's get it. So, it was interesting. Like I said, man, a lot happened within this week.
A lot.
Weekend.
This weekend.
We want to talk about some music here, getting into hip hop. So Metro Boomin, they dropped another album. We Still Don't Trust You.
Mm-hmm.
It dropped on Friday.
Who don't they trust, though?
They don't trust themselves. Like, they don't trust themselves. Like, I don't, whatever. Metro Boomin has been the guy just in the background, he's stirring everything up.
Right now.
You know, it all started with him and Drake, and he didn't understand, or he felt slighted that he didn't win an award or didn't get recognition for, something that he made. And then, the double out, the collab album with Drake and 21.
Yeah.
So he was bitter with all that and just started tweeting subs and things like that. And I don't know exactly where this stemmed from, but we do know that Metro is the guy behind everybody.
He's the common denominator right now.
Yes. And
You know what I mean?
and he's clicking up with all these guys and now there's a song that on the album, We Don't Trust You, We Still Don't Trust You, where The Weeknd is getting in and he's singing. The guy is singing and he's dissing.
The track goes hard though.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
I like it.
Like it's a good song.
Right.
But in this song, he states that he's glad that he didn't sign his life away to Drake,
Right.
to OVO. And then he states in one part where he says, your shooter is making TikToks, referring to Baka, Mr. Not Nice.
Mr. Not Nice.
And he said that your shooter is making TikToks. What is this? What is that like? What's your thoughts on that song? And just
I'm torn because we can't have EXO and OVO. It's even hard saying that they're beefing. We can't have you guys beefing, man. There's just too many common pieces. Everybody's cool with each other. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, calling out Baka wasn't cool. I think he even cleared his TikTok. I think I heard something along the lines like either his Instagram or his TikTok.
Instagram is clear. It doesn't have
He
anything
cleared
else
it.
on Instagram.
You know what I mean? So
and then everybody's comments from Cash, EXO, and all their comments are just like you can't comment. They're all limited. Like you can't say anything.
Right.
So I don't. And then you just have The Weeknd laughing. Pictures of him laughing. You have Cash, EXO laughing. You have Nav. He ended up unfollowing Drake.
Right.
It's just a bunch of weird. Like, why is everybody after Drake? I don't understand this.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads to, the follow up.
Yeah. I want to know. I want to hear from you, and I want to hear from everybody else about this Drake diss. Everybody felt it was like AI, like it wasn't real.
They wanted it to be AI. They wanted it to be AI, man. Real talk, man.
So he in the song he talks about everybody.
Get him.
Like he definitely talks about everybody, from Rick Ross and just going at his head.
Yeah. I really liked, I'm a 50 Cent guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they had their 50 and Rick Ross had their battle back in the day. And there were so many Rick Ross fans getting at my head.
Right.
Because Rick Ross can rap.
He definitely can rap.
But 50 gave him that death blow.
Right.
But he was a CO.
He's
sworn. He's sworn. Just like how all the officers do it. You know what I mean? Shout out all the officers, TPS, love you guys to death. You know what I mean? But he swore.
Mm-hmm.
And to become a CO, you gotta swear. So, and he denied it. But he can rap. And 50 brought it up and everybody just threw it under the rug.
Did he deny it?
He did deny it.
Oh, I thought
and then he came out and said it after. Yes, I was doing that for a little bit. Blah, blah,
and he
blah.
said that's where he met his plug at. And this
so
and that.
be it. Yeah.
His lifestyle is created. Like,
right? Very creative.
He created it. That's not his real lifestyle.
Right.
Like he created that whole life. We know who the real Rick Ross is.
Exactly.
Him and Rick Ross were in court. He was trying to sue him for taking his lifestyle.
But hearing a few words, a few lines, the words in the lines like cuff, Ricky, 50.
Yeah.
It was sounding so Officer Ricky like. You know what I mean? I was like, Drake, you're witty with it, man. So that was dope. I love that part.
Yes.
I really did like that part. And continue.
No, let's. I want to take a little. Listen to this song, man. Push Up Leaks. It's leaked. I want to know who leaked it though. I wonder if Drake did he just leak it on his own or?
When you got hot music, it's always gonna get leaked, man. That's just how it's been going like that from CD days, man.
Okay, let's listen to this new song, man, by Drake. The response to all these guys. What do you say? 20 v verse 1?
20 v 1, man. 20 versus 1 right now.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Brought back so much money. G-Unit Radio. Yo, shout out Queens Flip. I see them the other day. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that last post was hilarious.
Hey, I could never be nobody number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand.
Yup.
You pussies can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. You won't ever take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man's on?
Why you
Oh
gotta
my
get at the
God.
short guys like that for, man?
What's up? I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Extortion, baby, whole career you been shook up. This top told you drop and give me 50 likes a push up. Cool, your last one.
Drop and give me.
Yo.
I feel like just giving you 50 push-ups right now, man. Drop and give you 50, man. Real talk. That was
So apparently, what he meant by that is Top Dog, you know, the guy who runs the label that he's on, Kendrick Lamar's on. When he responds to Drake, when he drops, he has to give half of it, like 50%.
wow.
So I don't know how true that is, but that's what
Yeah.
people were saying. That's what that meant. Listen, anybody who says that this record is not better than the Kendrick diss or anything
Kendrick
else,
verse.
the verse is a liar. Even it's better than the J. Cole.
Right.
Like he told J. Cole, man, I don't care what J. Cole says, man. That Kendrick Lamar shit is trash.
Right.
You guys are gassing it because you guys hate to see me lit. It's crazy. And I think it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's true, man. He man, he goes at a lot of guys, man, talking about, you know, the XO guy, XO, Cash XO, saying that he
Even
was
hitting up the Weekend saying like, yo, you claimed the 6 and you ain't even come from it. You know what I mean? Well, Weekend comes from the 6, but it's Camp.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
Camp. I think it's Camp because it comes out of Ottawa. and
Saying
those
the man,
guys.
the manager, you know, was Chubb's
Blunt runner.
Blunt runner.
Right.
Like, if you're from the 6, that's like, oh, snap. Like, you know.
He said
Guys
Cash-
outside in the States, I guess, they're like, what? What are you talking about? Like,
Cash XO, yeah, he's saying it. He called
That's
him
why
as,
it's
he
just
called
like,
him as Blunt runner.
But my thing is Belly gonna get involved now? Because Belly can rap, bro. Belly can freaking rap.
He can definitely rap.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't want this to happen, but it's great. It's great for hip hop. This is the competitiveness that everybody's been claiming that they wanted for so long.
Right.
This is not even a Survivor Series.
How does-
WWE,
I
like
just-
20 versus 1.
How does Drake do? Like, does he continue to keep responding to everybody, or does he wait for Kendrick to respond and just focus on Kendrick?
Well, Kendrick better respond in regards to
Well, I don't
bringing
got
up
time to
the
wait,
bodyguard
man.
and Whitney. Remember
His
what
wife.
happened? Remember what happened when Drake mentioned Virginia,
Right.
Pusha T,
Yeah.
and what Pusha T did. Like he did his homework or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? And caught the boy slipping.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Jay-Z and Ether, you know what I mean? I remember Jay-Z had a line when he said, I got stronger after Ether.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, just off what Drake is putting out right now with this particular diss track, he got stronger off of that. You know what I mean? So he's ready.
Mm.
He's ready. So when he mentioned the man's wife's name now, K-Dot's gonna, Kung Fu Kenny's coming.
Kung Fu Kenny. He's doing those push-ups.
He is coming. And I know Drake will be ready, man. So
What was your favorite line in that song?
Oh man.
This record.
There was a lot. The size 7, you pipsqueak, you know,
Yeah.
how can you
Is
be a stepper? How can you be a stepper in size 7? Huh? You can't
Kendrick-
be a stepper. Shout out all my short steppers out there. You know what I mean?
Is he
Guys
really
that-
that short though, Kendrick?
I heard like 5'5".
Damn.
You know what I mean? The Metro Boomin line, a little short but sweet. I found like
Shut your ass up.
shut
and go
your
make
whole
some-
ass up, like you know, and
Shut
make
your whole ass
some
up and go
drums.
make some drums.
You know what I mean? I thought that was funny. I
Because he's
thought-
the one starting all of this shit,
Right?
man.
right? And then I don't know if the line was for Kendrick, but just saying, what's a prince to a king?
Yeah.
You're my
that's for
son.
Kendrick.
Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
oh man. And then another line that kind of stood out to me was, you know, basically Drake insinuating that you guys don't like the fact that he's on top.
Right.
So you guys are gonna keep pushing whoever, and
Yeah.
that whoever may be Kendrick, but
Nope.
you guys keep pushing him, but you guys know who the top dog is, and you guys
Mm.
just don't want to admit it.
You said this is the closest thing they'll get to a feature again. So
All you guys lost your features. Like
Yeah.
it's done,
because he said it. I gave you he told Future, I gave you your first number one record.
right?
You know, he said all of Rick Ross's best
Come on,
records
top
are
3
with
tracks that he
me.
has out that are big.
Which one?
That,
Asher Martin music, you
the
got
Lemon
Dice-
Pepper Freestyle.
Lemon Pepper Freestyle. You got Dice Pineapples. You even got the song that he did on the Drake song. What's the album with the pregnant ladies on there?
Oh yeah, Loverboy. Wasn't it Loverboy?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Certified Lover Boy.
Certified Lover
The
Boy.
track with Rick Ross on there, like all of Rick Ross's number one tracks with his best tracks would come with
Right.
Drake. Future, Future, he made you like where people want to book you. Your level's up now because you did that with Drake.
Right.
You know, let's not act like he didn't help Baby. Let's not act like he didn't help Little Dirk. The Dirk feature. Anytime Drake's stepped up with any of these guys and did music, their levels became something else.
Right.
Bro,
I mean,
21
Rick Ross,
Savage.
sorry, I'm on one. Rick
Yes,
Ross,
I'm on
come
one.
Money in the Grave.
Money in the Grave.
Come on, bro. Like, come on.
he-
And you gonna diss?
He's giving you all your best records.
Right.
And then he's performing, and then he has on the Drake's hoodie,
Right.
you know, with the picture
Right.
of him on the hoodie.
Right.
And then you're performing a Drake record.
Right.
You better perform a Drake record. Nobody else wants to hear any. Like, I'm not saying his music is bullshit, but those are your best records. Ashton
Right.
Martin music is probably one of your best records ever.
Right.
Let's be real. You better play that.
Facts.
You better. So you're not fool. You think
And then he was like, "Yo, shut that off, man. Let's play some real nigga
he's
shit."
trying to play slick.
I'm like, and
Like,
then you're gonna
that's your
run the
best records.
you're gonna the Big Meats track. I was like, you should have came out with a diss track. You had the crowd in the auditorium there.
Right.
Like whatever, it looked like an auditorium where he was at.
He
but,
said
you know what I
Drake told
mean?
him that he was performing at a freaking bar mitzvah or some shit. He does proms.
Oh,
He performs at proms.
mean,
But the thing why I feel Drake shouldn't even focus on Rick Ross, because Rick Ross is gonna get into other stuff besides the music.
right.
Try to troll.
Yeah.
Look at you and look at your nose.
Look at
And
your
your nose
nose,
is
wow.
fake. BBL Drake. Like, I think Rick Ross is the last person who should be talking about anybody's
The
stature and the
last
way you look.
person. Bottom
Like,
line.
You lost a lot of weight and you're still fat. Like, let's be keeping 100.
Yeah.
Like, you're a big guy.
And Shoutout, he lost a lot of weight.
He lost a lot of
You know what I
weight
mean?
and you're still a big guy.
Straight up.
So
man.
you have no you can't disrespect anybody.
Facts.
Like, especially how you look.
Right.
Like, that's you're losing the battle when you do that.
And you're the same. He's the same dude. Cause you heard the leak track,
Mm-hmm.
and Rick Ross was brought up obviously, and there was a line where they kind of mentioned Diddy's name, but I think they didn't even
Yes.
put that in the original.
He-
They didn't put that in the new one that came out.
The new one, he goes, you need to go focus on, and then he stops and goes, puff. You hear puff.
Okay, there
If
you
you listen
go.
close, it goes puff.
I mean,
So
I mean,
like-
and you're the same dude. Like Rick Ross is the same dude that said, put a Molly in her drink, she wouldn't even know it, or something like that. Like,
that's just wild stuff.
cute guys don't do that shit. Control
Nah.
out delete. I'm just saying, bro.
You guys don't put Molly.
Like, come on, man. We don't do that. Come on, man. We got game out here, B. But I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
But Rick Ross is upset, and he's stating that French Montana. I guess they had some music
Right.
together, and then Drake sent a cease and desist.
Right.
You can't drop none of this, and
Right.
he got upset. Rick Ross got upset, and that's why I unfollowed you. Like, this guy's a grown ass man. Let me unfollow you.
Yeah, like
Like-
you're damn near 50, bro.
Like, I think it was just I don't think it was that. I think he's lying. I think that he was pillow talking to his baby mother,
Yeah.
and his baby mother, who said this shit months ago,
Months ago.
said, "Oh, he calls you white boy," and all of a sudden you're just calling him white boy.
All of a sudden, you've been
It's
calling him
making
that.
it sense now. You've
Yeah.
been saying this stuff. So
Like I
you
said.
were pillow talking. You were mad behind his back, and then she was like telling the truth.
Yo, she just dropped another thing on Shade Room, like saying, like, I
Yeah.
can't call me a op. At least I'm not. At least
Nah,
I'm not a cop
At least
or
I'm not a
something like that.
cop.
I mean, Tia, man, I'll never forget when 50 came out with that track. You won't believe what Tia told me. Yo, listen, man. Yo, too much. Rick Ross, just leave it alone. Just,
Yeah,
just
he's
leave
gonna
Drizzy
do the
alone.
things where you got the BBL, and how do you have 6% body fat with abs? Like, he's gonna
Yeah.
do all, like,
Right.
again, you shouldn't be talking about this type of stuff,
Right.
bro. Like, you shouldn't be talking about anybody's body.
Bottom line.
You shouldn't. Like, leave that
Absolutely
alone.
not.
Let's keep, you should stick to just rapping.
Yes.
If when you want to talk about Drake's bars and he's not as good as you as an artist, say that. We all know it's not true.
Yeah.
Because he starts saying, I got more money than you.
How you gonna say that?
Like, are you next? You're gonna say I get more girls than you? Are you gonna say that next? Like, stop. Like, let's keep it 100.
But a whole lot of Molly and drinks.
Yes.
Yes. And they
Right?
won't even know it.
And they won't even know it. But listen, I wanna, Rick Ross, he responded, obviously. They're going back and forth now.
Yeah.
Drake, he showed a text message.
That was funny.
And he's talking to his mom, and his mom
Yeah.
is like, I didn't know you got a nose job. And he's like, Mom, whatever. I would have got a 2-for-1 job for me and you. Like, what is he? You know, this guy's just racist and he's a loopy and, you know, he performs at, you know, proms to make money. You know, he's a racist. Like, it's just funny. Like, and this is what it's going to be, I think, more than just the music.
Right.
So
I think everybody's waiting for Kendrick.
Yes, I think that's who we should focus. Like, Kendrick, we're waiting on you. That's who we should focus on. All these other guys, Metro and all these little, don't worry about those guys.
To me, a card got pulled, a strategy card got pulled on the 20 guys versus Drake.
Right.
Because look how quickly Rick Ross's response came out.
Yeah.
I think he already had that.
Probably so.
He already had it ready.
Probably so.
He took the little IG, the Instagram picture or caption of him on his IG story of him in the studio when he heard the diss record. And then 2 hours later, he comes to the response. But I think that response was already made.
Let's listen to that response. I want to listen to the Rick Ross response. I want you to tell me what you guys feel about this response. The Rick Ross.
Crack smoke is the exhaust from my pen and pad. Ghost writers, they get the floss, what you could have had. Record label taking a loss, are you in your bag? You a worker on the chart, don't make me laugh. Get the mind, tell by my watch, this a different time. Living fine, I'm getting high as your shit decline. Who believes he moving keys in his Louis V's? Run up on you and snatch your chain, watch you bitches bleed. Feel the pain or just describe where you really ride. Either you niggas getting money or ready to die. B.I.G. or give a fuck if you Chi-Ali. You got it and you keep it tucked if you be by me. Do the job, better known as the Charles Schwab.
Right, here we go with the whole chain thing. Another thing with the chain stuff, I don't think, just looking at Drake's security team,
you're not getting
he always has those intimidating, there's also that one bald head intimidating bouncer or security guard that's with Chubbs in them.
Yep.
You're not touching Drake and he'll have all the chains out, period. But two, I don't like bringing this up, but Ricky, like when Gunplay got into it with G Unit, the camp, and I'll give Gunplay a lot of credit. Like he went out swinging against like 5 or 7 G Unit guerrillas, and they got his chain, that Maybach Music chain. They got that, and 50 was wearing it bowling, and they never got that back. So just even mentioning stuff about snatching chains and taking chains, can't do that because it already happened to you guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't be talking like that if you've been victimized of getting your chain snatched.
It's a all right record.
No,
like,
the record's solid. It's a solid record. I like it.
He can rap. Like we all know that Rick Ross can rap, but I don't think that you're ready. Like I'm not gonna say he's not ready. He's not capable of doing it, but that wasn't it for me. Compared to what Drake just gave you a little line. He gave you a little line, and that little line was way better than what you just produced. I'm sorry.
Should have waited a little longer.
Should have waited a little longer and just started out. Got a better beat, you know, slowed it down, you know, more more dissing. Like go at Drake. Like you're talking about he doesn't write his raps. Like that's old, man. That's old news. Right. Everybody gets help in the studio, man. Stop it, man. Like the whole ghost writing stuff, it don't even matter no more. Right. Like we gotta stop that. Everybody gets help. But I don't know. If I had to grade it out of 10, you get like a 6, 5 or 6 for me out of 10. Like Drake's is more on the 9, 8, 9 level for me.
Yeah.
I give it like a 5, 6.
You get a 6.
Yeah, like it's okay. Like you're rapping, but it's okay. Like let's really get into it if you wanna.
Very, very gossipy. You know what I mean? Very, very gossipy. Like
he's doing it again, where he's just talking and making Instagram videos and online Drake, BBL Drake. Like man, just stop it, bro.
I feel like he's taking a page out of 50's book, man. Like Pimpin' Curly. Remember
Pimpin' Curly? Yeah.
When 50's like, I didn't even have to rap against this guy. Like I'm just gonna create a character
and
like Pimpin' Curly and troll you.
Right.
You're an officer.
Right.
Officer Ricky. And
Officer Ricky.
That's still gonna plague him to this day, man.
I just want to know. I want to know from the people, who do you think had the better diss record? Out of the 3, or let's just do 2. Who had the better diss record? Rick Ross or Drake? I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Who had the better diss record? Rick Ross or Drake? My last thing with this: who's gonna come to the rescue? Who's gonna sit there? Who's
gonna team up with Drake?
Who's gonna team up with Drake?
Facts.
You got Birdman, you got Lil Wayne.
Yup.
You know, and one thing that I don't really like about Rick Ross, and I think what he's saying with the whole French Montana shit is trash.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason why I'm saying it's garbage is because when Drake was ending Meek's career, you said nothing.
Nothing. And
So-
mind you, the beautiful thing about
You said
that,
nothing.
how the irony is, 10 years ago around this time is when Drake and Meek Mill were going at
It's
it.
getting summertime. It's getting hot.
You know what I mean? Now
It's
Drake
getting
and Rick
hot.
Ross is going at it. It's crazy. I just the
Yeah.
parallel with that.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Know what I
But
mean?
again, you had nothing to say. You stated, both of them are my little homies.
Yeah.
And when it's like they're fighting over Jordans. When the new Jordans come out, they're gonna be friends again.
Mhm.
So why didn't you say that about French Montana? Like, what made you say, nah, I'm gonna go all the way left with this one.
That's what he
Let
does.
me unfollow you and let me
That's
do
what
all
he
this other
does.
stuff.
I hate bringing up the whole 50 Cent Rick Ross beef, but even how the 50 Cent Rick Ross beef started was Rick Ross said, "Oh, 50 looked at me funny at a award show." You know what I'm saying?
How would he know his eyes all lazy? How would he know?
Oh, no.
How do you know anybody looking at
You
him
know what
like
I'm
crazy?
saying? I'm just saying this is what he does, man. But
One eye over here,
you know
the
what
other
I
eye
mean?
over here.
You
Like,
sur-
stop.
You survived 50, but I don't know if you can survive Drake. Play that much.
Did he survive? Because listen, like, what is Rick Ross really pumping out that's really crazy anymore as far as music?
Between that time and
Business-wise-
now, I mean, it was really the Drake features, man.
Exactly.
That's
So
what saved
let's
him.
think about this. He hasn't produced anything that's like amazing. He's doing all business.
Right.
The Bel Air, like but what
Solid
is it?
business moves. Give him that.
The wing stop.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
made the lemon pepper wing stop. Like those
Yep,
swings
yep,
popular.
yep. Very
Like,
popular.
But what else did you actually do as far as music? You just produced a music album with Meek Mill.
Mm-hmm.
That shit did like 35K first week. Like, what are we doing
What
here?
are we really doing? Yeah.
That's Meek Mill, and y'all
Right.
did radio promo, all kind of different promo for
Right.
it, and it still dropped. And we know this because Academics was clowning Meek.
Right.
Like, nigga, you just did 35K in 1 week.
Right. Right.
You're done.
Shout out Academics, man.
Yo, he's been going
He's
in.
the real MVP for the weekend, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In
Yes.
regards to, and he's still, sending the flowers to the six.
Right.
what I
No,
mean?
he does. I just want to know again who is going to show love with Drake. Is any of Dipset gonna, step in and be like, yo, I don't like what's going on.
Mhm.
We see what happened to J. Cole. J. Cole was like, shit's too crazy. I'm getting
Right.
out of here. He
Right.
featured on the whole damn album on Friday with Metro Boomin and them.
Mhm.
Like, he did. I want people to understand this song was made before all of this happened.
Right.
It was just a chess move by Metro Boomin to put it out and make it look like he
This guy's
switched sides.
He's so messy, man. Control out the lead, man. Just a
But
messy individual.
he already was on the record.
Yeah.
But for him to take his diss record off of all streaming platforms and I'm sorry, and it's just the weirdest thing I've ever
He's
seen.
taking some hits though, right now.
Yeah,
man.
bro, what are you doing?
Yeah. I see what he
Simba-
did, but like, just the
Nobody's
timing.
fighting. Nobody's gonna be beefing anybody. Nobody's gonna
Nah.
die.
nah.
Those days are over of all that
Mhm.
type of stuff happening.
Right.
Once we lost Biggie and Pac, it's not going like
Mhm.
unless it's some real street with street people.
This ain't like no drill. This ain't like the drill.
Nah, this is just
era.
music, and
This is
you're not gonna
literally-
touch Drake. You're not gonna
Yeah.
touch Rick Ross. They have
Nah,
100 million security guys. It's not gonna happen like
it's not
that.
gonna happen.
It's just gonna be on music,
Right.
and that's okay. This is good for hip hop.
Great for him.
So, yeah,
Get your popcorn ready, man. This is a
get your
beautiful
popcorn
thing.
ready. Let's see if Kendrick responds.
Yeah.
I don't think the Weeknd and those guys are gonna respond. Like, what are they gonna
Right.
make singing diss records? Like, that'd be weird.
Right.
But yeah, like this is a good day for hip hop. Honestly, I told you I didn't think Drake was gonna respond. I was like, man, this guy's just.
I
doing
knew he
too
was gonna
much.
respond. I didn't think he was gonna respond so quickly.
I didn't think
Really and
so. I
truly.
really didn't
I
think
knew he was
gonna
gonna respond. He had to. Just how you hear Charlemagne and all these other big dogs with big platforms
Right.
just going at Drake and siding with Kendrick, and I was like, nah, this can't happen, man. This can't happen. Drake, you gotta respond.
Drake said
I knew
it,
he
man.
did.
They hate
I'm
to-
just so happy he did, man.
Drake said they gas your shit up because they hate to see me lit.
Bottom
Yo,
line. That's the line right there.
Yeah.
Come on.
They hate to see me lit. It's a fact, yo. It is a fact. Let's be honest, man. They know that Drake's winning. They know that Drake is like the stimulus package. Everybody, just look at the guys who Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Once he got that Drake feature,
Yup. Done.
Lil Durk, as soon as he got that Drake feature,
Done.
Rick Ross, we see what's happening with him.
Right.
Like no one's really messing with Rick Ross as far as musical wise,
Not
like
like
music
that.
wise. Right now,
Right.
he got to go back and perform his older stuff.
Right.
Nobody cares about your new stuff.
Right.
The old stuff with Drake. So him beefing with Drake is keeping him relevant right now.
Straight up.
People are talking about Rick Ross,
Right.
right? The Weeknd. Look, there's a thing out there where Weeknd is like, I'm nobody without this man right here. This guy, Weeknd wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for him.
Straight up.
You know, you got
A$AP
A$AP Rocky,
Rocky
saying the same thing. I owe
Kendrick
this guy
saying the same
everybody.
thing.
Kendrick.
Rick Ross saying the same thing.
So listen, man, like you guys can try to say what y'all want, and we're not being biased because we're from here. This is just the facts.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the facts.
Straight up.
He's been the stimulus package for all you guys. And you guys all try to use him for #1 hit records. And when y'all get the hit records, what do y'all do?
Yep.
Even Metro Boomin, you're getting hit records from him. Let's keep it 100. So let's see what Kendrick does if he responds. We're waiting for that.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Kung Fu Kenny, he's probably still doing push-ups. Pissed, but we'll see what happens, man.
All right.
Anything else?
Nah, man. I like to shout out all the youth basketball organizations out there, man, that are recruiting, cultivating the top talent in the six, you know what I mean? And, you know, developing that talent, you know? So I'm still taking notes, you know? As an organization, y'all got to understand that your customer service got to be A1, man. It's got to be A1. And at the same time, your philosophy and your parents, they gotta coexist. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the organizations that have their summer squads and they're getting ready to do big things, man. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing to watch, man. I'm still learning, you know what I mean? I'm definitely locked in. And yeah, man, I'm just looking forward. I'm looking forward to the summer, man. This is gonna be some great basketball in the city. Made is down here. Made Hoops is down here. That's a beautiful look. So basketball is just growing, man. It's beautiful and inspiring to watch, man. So I have to shout y'all out, man. And yeah, that's it from me, man. Just continue to support. You know, we're on all social media platforms on
Yes,
YouTube.
sir.
Like, subscribe,
those subs
share.
going.
You know what I mean? On X, on
TikTok,
Facebook, all that.
We're
We are
everywhere.
there, man. The subscribers are coming in, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. We kind of lit right now, man. And it, you know, all thanks to y'all, man. So salute,
Yes, sir.
and thank you. And Title League, man. You already know, man.
Shout out Title League.
Distant cousins,
Let's
man.
go.
You already know. And we out.
Let's go.